Hello, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm trying to learn C++ completely from ChatGPT. Right now, I just finished working on my to-do list app, and now I'm going to look at the feedback it gave me during this code review. So, everything was pretty fine, but there are some areas of improvement. For example, the completed member 2 class should be initialized properly. Now, this is definitely my fault because I think at some point I wanted it so you can like uncheck a to do, but later I got rid of it altogether because I just thought you would just delete a to do, making this whole entire completed thing actually useless. That's another reason why I did not even put it in the constructor. And it also telling me this interesting thing that I need to ensure iterator validity before dereferencing. So I'll look at that. And I should do some input validation, which, yeah, that seems pretty obvious, but I'm just lazy to do that. Maybe it doesn't think I'm calculating the highest counter values correctly, but it's telling that to me as an area improvement. So it apparently added std sin.ignore after reading an integer to handle new line characters correctly for iterator validation, so let's look for that part. And when I'm searching for this, it actually told me about using this a long time ago. I didn't even realize that. So I guess this just ignores the new line character. And you also need to do it here to clear the new line. So basically whenever you get input. I'm not sure why it's called iterator validation. Apparently I did not count the max counter, which I believe is wrong. That seems to be all the big feedback, nothing too large. I will take note of this sin.ignore, but I'll probably forget it next time I use stdsin, if I'm being completely honest. I'm gonna now ask it what I should do now. It'd be funny if it told me something completely out of pocket, like touch some grass. So it's telling me to refactor and optimize my code afterwards to add new features. For example, mark tasks as completed, edit tasks, and search and filter. So yeah, those do seem like a little bit extra work that I feel like would be good, but I'm actually kind of lazy, so I'm not sure if I do want to continue on this project or not. It's also telling me to write unit tests for my classes and functions, ensuring that they work correctly, and use like a testing framework to automate my tests. That actually seems like a pretty cool thing to do. It's then telling me to learn some other things about C++ topics, such as multi-threading, smart pointers. So yeah, I'm not very good at smart pointers whatsoever, so that seems like something I might want to do. And also learn about templates and metaprogramming. So learn about template programming and compile-time polymorphism. Afterwards, it's telling me to then maybe even start a new project that could be console-based, graphical, or even about data structures and algorithms. I find it funny that it's also telling me to contribute to open source, something I've never done. Like, I have some public repositories, but no, I've never contributed to open source in even any language. And it's actually asking me real humans to give me code reviews, not just chatbots. Smart decision would be to refactor and optimize, but I actually really don't like this project. In my opinion, it's kind of boring, so it makes it kind of hard for me to actually want to work on it. I really wonder how to do unit testing. Yeah, this seems way too complicated. I have to install a bunch of stuff, and phooey, I'm definitely not doing that. So I'm actually going to ask about something I've noticed across this project is when writing like function parameters, like if I do something like const like to do end, like I don't really understand when I would use the const when I use the end. Like I understand end is like for pass by reference, but when do I actually have to do that? Okay, we have pass by value, that's pretty simple. We have pass by reference, pretty simple. And now what is pass by const reference? So passing by const reference avoids copying the argument, but does not allow the function to modify the original argument. So I guess this is good for basically passing in a large object, but I actually don't want to change it. So one example would be like a string. There's also pass by pointer. Yeah, that's something I really just want to get out of the way, because I noticed that throughout the project, that sometimes I would use like a constant end and then code would just not work. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Hope you subscribe. Like always, bye bye.